Hey, what's up, fam? Big Tony coming at you again. Broham Man Cave. Hope everybody doing good, feeling healthy today. Don't forget, your health is your wealth. Don't forget that. Your health is your wealth. Don't forget that. So I told y'all I was gonna come back at y'all with three more teams. So I picked the Ravens, I picked the Browns, and I picked the Steelers, which are three AFC North teams. Okay, so first I'm gonna start off with the Browns. So y'all know that the Browns got the quarterback controversy going on there, the QB battle with Deshaun Watson and Shadur Sanders. So, all last week and last couple of weeks, since training camp started, they've been saying that Shadur has been out there, cutting up. He kind of like he out there outshining Deshaun Watson. You know, so uh last week they no they I guess they switch up days with who go with the number ones and stuff like that. So Shadur had a day when he supposed to go with the number ones, right? And but the coach changed it and changed it to Deshaun Watson going with the number one. It was Shadur day. But the thing about it is that he told Deshaun Watson that he was gonna change the day out, but he didn't tell Shadur. That's why I don't like I don't like what's going on. There's just a lot of funny stuff going on over there. Why wouldn't you tell Shadur and you told Deshaun Watson? Why wouldn't you tell him? It was like 2 days earlier. They had already came to it. Which I don't believe that either. They say coaches lie in the press conference and interviews all the time. I believe it. Yeah, he lie all the time. I believe he lying this time. Because one thing he already said that he had already wanted Shadur to go with the number one. So see, he's saying that somebody brought it to his attention that Shadur getting out most of the reps in the practices. I wonder why that is. There's a reason why he's getting most of the reps. so so you know how that stuff go though. Some of the players with Shadur, some of the players with Deshaun Watson, they probably partying at night and hanging out and stuff. And so all Deshaun Watson partner friends and stuff going to the coach and tell we want Deshaun Watson. And all Shadur friends going to the coach and tell we want Shadur. So you already know that's how it going. So what he said was somebody brought to his attention that Shadur was getting most of the reps in practice. So he just changed it. But he didn't tell Shadur. He told Deshaun Watson. Okay. So I want y'all to hear what he said right here.
Starting today.
Todd, what was the reason for the change in plans with quarterback?
It really was Shador on Saturday took the ones in the walk. So I anticipated him being with the ones. When I walked out, guys grabbed me and said, hey, the last couple days we've been kind of looking at it. Shador's got a few more reps with the ones. That's all it was. I wasn't even at the moment. I was like, yeah, sure, we'll flip it, and then next week we'll go the other way. I sure as hell wasn't thinking about coming back in here and telling all you guys that I was going to change my mind, because I really don't have to. And so that's just the way, being the head coach, I can kind of do that. Ultimately, Shador's going to go today with the ones, unless on the way out I change my mind, and then he won't. Okay? Just like any other player in terms of how we rotate them. And the bottom line is the speculation, which I find kind of funny, is as long as we're still sharing reps, it's a competition. It would not make any sense. Thus what we're doing, Spencer. Thus we're up in Denzel's reps. I promise you, I'll tell you. When I know what we're going to be doing, you'll know. So at the end of the day, today, as far as I know, Shador's going with the ones, and then Deshaun the next day, and then Shador will get Wednesday with the pads on. They're each going to start a game.
That's what he said. That's what he said happened. But that sound kind of fishy though. It sound kind of fishy to me. I don't know. I don't know. It just don't look right. So I don't know what it is. I don't know. I ain't at the practice and stuff, so I can't just say is Shadur doing better than Deshaun or vice versa. I can't say because I'm not there. But the players there, they know. So if they want to win, they're gonna tell the coach who they want out there because they there looking at it every day. So that's who gonna tell it. That's who gonna tell it. The players gonna tell it. If they want to win, they gonna tell the coaches who to put out there because they want to win. You know. So I want to look at the Brown schedule too. I want to look at the Brown schedule. Oh, let's go see. I want to look at the Brown schedule. All right. First they got at Jacksonville, at Jacksonville, at Tampa Bay, Carolina, Pittsburgh, Jets, at Jets, Baltimore, Tennessee, Pittsburgh, New Orleans, Houston, Vegas, Cincinnati, Atlanta, Giants, Baltimore. So they got a fairly decent schedule. It just ain't a killer schedule. You know, you gonna have to run. I see Houston on there. You know, really Houston and Baltimore and Cincinnati maybe, but other than that, they should be able to go toe to toe with any one of those teams. You know, AFC North always been a division that they beat themselves up. You know, they had to play each other twice a year. You know, it just be hard. You know, then you trying to win division, but you still got to play Baltimore and Cincinnati, and it just it's just hard. Some divisions be hard. So we'll see how they work out. We'll see how they work out with the Cleveland Browns. I'm watching it. I'm watching it closely because I really want to see what they're gonna do. Like I said, now the players that's out there now, they see what's going on every day. And if you want to win, if those players want to win, they're gonna tell the coach, "Hey, put Shadur out there. He the one that gives us the best chance to win. Hey, put Deshaun Watson out there. He gives the best chance to win. That's if they want to win, right? That's if they want to win. So I'm watching it. I'm watching it right now. Okay, so the next team I was watching was the Baltimore Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens. So they be hard on Lamar Jackson. Though. I don't like how he gets so much criticism with his other players that ain't did what he did, and they get praise. They always get an excuse or a cop out, but they don't give Lamar Jackson no cop out though. If he didn't do it, he didn't do it. If he didn't do it, it's on him. Other players, that some players get cop out, they get excuses for them, like Josh Allen. But I ain't gonna talk about that though. I'm gonna leave that alone. But the Ravens all really always if they defense halfway decent, they always had a chance to go do something. But like the last couple of years, they defense kind of been off. I just then he had a problem with drop passes from the receivers a lot. Drop passes, you know, and I know he the quarterback and he put it on his head, but it ain't always on his head, it ain't always on his head. It ain't. But they put it on his head, and I get it. You the head of the team, I get it. But he still got Henry back there. Still got Zay Flower back there, Rashad Bateman. So he got a couple of receivers and Mark Andrews and Mark and I'm gonna tell you about Mark Andrews. They saying that he continuing from what he was last year. He dropping more balls in practice than ever right now. I don't know. It might be something going on in his head or something. I don't know. He was cold one time, but now he dropped that pass. He dropped that pass in the playoff. That might affected him some kind of way. Because they went hard at him. They went hard at him, boy. I mean, it was on him tough. So I don't know if that affected him in a certain kind of way or what. But they saying in practice and stuff, he ain't doing too good. So I don't know. We got to keep an eye on that too. But thing about them Ravens though, their defense though. Their Ravens got always had that defense. So I'm looking at their defense. They got a couple of decent little players. They got Roquan Smith and Kyle Hamilton and that Awuzie, yeah, Marlon Humphrey. So they got a couple of players on defense. But that's really going to be the telltale of what happened. Is what their defense do. But they always say offense win games and defense win championships. So You gotta have that defense on point. That's for sure. So I'm looking at the Ravens schedule now. They got, let me see what they got. First up, they got the Colts, Saints. They got Dallas. Let me see who else they got. Cincinnati in their division, Buffalo, Jacksonville, Houston, Pittsburgh. Then, like at the end, they got Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, all 4 division games right at the end. Yeah, the NFL be scheduling them, boy. They be doing it. Got 4 division games right at the end. The last 4 games, division games. So they got a chance. But I'm looking at the little schedule though. They ain't really no whole real bad schedule, tough schedule now. They got some like the Chargers and stuff like that. Chargers and Carolina, they should beat up on them. Atlanta, Tennessee, they should beat up on them. Colts, they should beat up on them. But you gotta watch them division game though. Cause don't nobody know you like the team that's in your division. Any team you gotta play twice, boy, it'll just be something different. You might win this time, don't get beat up next time. It just happened like that. So, and then I was looking at they were talking about this guy Jacoby Lane that that the Ravens got picked up with wide receiver. Here, I mean, you look at their list interviews. Everybody bragging about him. Everybody bragging about Jacoby Lane. The defense and all the coaches and everybody say he couldn't up and play. He outstanding right now. But I'm gonna tell you what Lamar Jackson said in his interview. This is what Lamar Jackson said.
Elaborate a little bit on Jacoby Lane, since he's one of the newer receivers. Like, what has been the chemistry with him, or what you've seen from him?
Oh man, this guy, he's different. He's different. Long arms, strong hands. I'm gonna say he's a physical receiver, but I like to evaluate my players when the pads get on. We playing in games. Practice, anybody can look good in practice. But I feel like he'll be looking good in games as well.
Can you elaborate a little bit on Jacoby Lane, since he's one of the newer receivers? Like, what has been the chemistry with him, or what you've seen from him?
Oh man, this guy, he's different. He's different. Long arms, strong hands.
All right, so that's what Lamar Jackson said about Jacoby Lane. He impressed with him. He impressed with him as well. So he got to be doing something right. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he's gonna do with it. Let me see when all the teams got first preseason. All the teams gonna play this week. So any team that you've been trying to see, just to see who they got out there, who trying out for the team, you got to be able to see them this week. Cause I think all the teams gonna play on TV this week. First preseason game. So whoever your team is, just look on the schedule for it and try to see if you can catch them, because they playing. Most preseason games be on NFL Network. So I would check NFL Network for the preseason game. Either they play them live or they play them on replay. But you might can catch your team on the NFL Network. All right, so the last team I was looking at was the Pittsburgh Steelers. So they got Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers. He who he is, and the Steelers kind of got away from who the Steelers really were, and which was a running team with a elite defense. They kind of got away from that. Some kind of way they like toward the end of Mike Tomlin's career, they kind of tried to transition over to an offensive team with that's not Steelers. That ain't Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh Steelers run the ball and they play good defense. That's what they do. They run the ball and they play good defense. They're still a ball. So I was just looking at the offense. I see they got I know Aaron Rodgers and DK Metcalf. But they got Jalen Warren for running back, which he decent, and they got Rico Dowdle. They got Rico Dowdle too. I think Rico Dowdle, he all right too. Rico Dowdle from Carolina, he just come from Carolina, I believe. Then they got DK Metcalf and Michael Pittman Jr. No, Michael Pittman Jr. come over from the Colts. He pretty decent. And Roman Wilson, I don't know too much about him. But Pat Fryer moved the tight end, so they kind of covered. They kind of covered on the offense. But see, thing about it, you got Pittsburgh got had that defense. Pittsburgh got had that defense. See, that's what they always been, a running team and a defensive team. So on defense, I'm looking at T.J. Watt, Cam Hayward. Then they got the linebackers Patrick Queen and Highsmith. Then in the back they got Joey Porter Jr. and the Jaquan Brisker. So and Jalen Ramsey. So they they pretty decent. Then I see they got Asante Samuel Jr. Yeah, so they pretty decent. They pretty decent. So the Steelers get back to being a defensive team like they always was and running the ball. Steelers be back for sure. But they go out there trying to pass the ball around with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers style learn how to do that check down. And you 40-some years old, 42 years old, check that ball down, man. Quit putting yourself in harm's way. But another thing, that line got to hold up too. That line got to hold up. Cause Aaron Rodgers get on that ground, he could get up. When Aaron Rodgers get up and that head would be twisted, it's over with. You gonna take him out for the rest of the game. He ain't gonna do nothing else. He done. Yeah, that boy get over that head and twist it to the side. You got to twist it. Hey, he done. He done for the day. You gonna take him out. He ain't gonna do nothing else. It's over. So, okay, no, I told you about the defense. They got to go and get that defense right. So, he was doing an interview. They were doing an interview on at their training camp with Cam Hayward and T.J. Watt, and this is what Cam Hayward had to say about the defense.
Coach, what's been the first impressions, I guess, for both of you guys with Patrick Graham, the new defensive coordinator? I was with him way back in New England, but what's been your guys' first impression, obviously in the meeting rooms, in front of you guys, then out here on the field?
Well, he's trying to bring that Belichick era back into it, and so he's been telling us a little bit what's been going on in the past. He has a wealth of knowledge, too, so, it's not like it's anything new for him. And we're just trying to marry the two defenses we've had in the past. So he's been open to it. We've been honest. Like every time we're on the field and off the field, we're just communicating to get through all of our different checks, all of our different looks. But he's fun with it too.
Yeah,
so it's been really cool, and we're just growing every day.
He wants us to not be robots, but at the same time not.
Coach, what's been the first impressions, I guess, for both of you guys with Patrick Graham, the new defensive coordinator? I was with him way back in New England, but what's been your guys' first impression? Obviously,
So that was Cam Hayward right there. Real Steeler. I don't know. He been a Steeler. I think he been a Steeler since the beginning. I think he got drafted with the Steelers, so he believes the Steelers. So that boy want to win. But you hear what he said about the coach come over there trying to blend the two defenses. I don't know about that. He's trying to bring the Belichick way over there, and I don't see. You need to do one or the other. Don't try to blend the two defenses. I don't know if they're gonna work. So y'all might better check on that right there. T.J. Watt, like he healthy though. He moving good out there. That's what that's what they were missing last year. T.J. Watt. But I was looking at the Steelers schedule. Who the Steelers got? Steelers got Atlanta out the gate, New England, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Colts. Then go down week 8, Cleveland again. Then the bye week 9. Then week 10, they come back off the bye with Cincinnati, Philly, Denver, Houston, Jacksonville, Baltimore, the Cardinals, Tennessee, then Baltimore again. So they're back into that schedule a little bit got kind of tough though. They got Cincinnati, Philly, Denver, Houston in a row, Jacksonville, and Baltimore in a row. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games in a row. They got they can't let up. They can't let up. It's at Cincinnati and at Philly, at Jacksonville. They got Houston at home and Denver at home in that 6-game strip. Then their last game of the year is at Baltimore. So I don't know. They got like I said, the beginning of the schedule. It don't look that easy. New England, Cincinnati, Tampa Bay, Saints. I know I said the Saints. I said the Saints. I be the Saints gonna be a little bit better than everybody think though. They might surprise some folk. Don't be shocked by the Saints when the Saints come out hot. I'm telling you that. Don't be shocked. Don't be shocked. So, like I said, Pittsburgh got to get back to that ground and pound. You know, run that ball like they supposed to, playing that defense. Then when they win the championship, you know, go back to what you know, your identity. It's still an identity since the '70s. Steel curtain and all that. You know, Frank O'Hara. You know, since the '70s, it was still a been since the '70s. Frank O'Hara, steel curtain. That's how they won championship. It wasn't with Terry Bradshaw. Lance Swan, them caught some ball, but it wasn't with Terry Bradshaw. No, it was Frank O'Hara. It was the steel curtain. When they won the championship with Ben Roethlisberger, it was the defense. It wasn't Ben Roethlisberger. It was the defense. He threw some passes now. He said he didn't participate, but it was the defense that won it for them. Palomalu and them. Ryan Clark and them. You know. James Harrison. It was the defense. You gotta get that defense back. Defense win championships. I tell you, offense win game, defense win championship. So those are the three teams that I came up with today. I just went, you know, the training camp, bounced around the training camps and stuff. So it's another. So I'll come back with 3 more teams. I haven't made a decision yet, but I'll come back with 3 more teams. The Ravens were requested, and the Steelers were requested. So I just came over those two. I just stuck Cleveland in there since the AFC North. So when I come back again, I have 3 more. All right. I appreciate y'all keeping it with me, fam. Next time.